It's your boy Sports PSP. Hope everyone's enjoying a fantastic Sunday. First and foremost, happy Mother's Day. Hope everyone, listen, enjoy your Mother's Day shopping, being around your mom, being around family, just giving nothing but great gratitude to your moms out there. Man, what just finished watching the big basketball game between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics won the series, won the game 112-88. They now advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Before I talk about what Philadelphia did not do, I want to talk about what Boston did do, especially Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, there's been constant conversations. Is he a star? Is he a superstar? And in this game, just this game, I'm only talking about just this game, he looked like a flat out superstar. 17 of 28 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3-point range, 51 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 51 points. He now has the most record for points in a game 7. And the person who had that record was Steph Curry. In the last series in game 7 against the Sacramento Kings, Jason Tatum played out of his mind. Jaylen Brown also played well, 9 of 19 from the field, 3 of 6, 25 points. Malcolm Brogdon, even though he struggled from the field, 5 of 14, but 12 points, showed why he's the reigning sixth man of the year. Boston embarrassed the Philadelphia 76ers. They embarrassed them. And Jason Tatum just kicked the Philadelphia 76ers ass, who humiliated both James Harden and Joel Embiid. Jason Tatum had a masterpiece, virtuoso, sensational, unbelievable performance. So now I got that out the way, I got to talk about the Philadelphia 76ers. They were trash, awful, garbage. And what it comes down to at the end of the day with the Philadelphia 76ers, that was an atrocious performance. Joel Embiid, the league MVP, and deservedly so. Sorry, folks, if you hear noise from the background. There's nothing I can do about that. But Joel Embiid, 5 of 18 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3-point range. Did not show up. Did not show up. James Harden, 3 of 11. And the reason why I picked the Boston Celtics over the Philadelphia 76ers is because I have no faith in the Philadelphia 76ers with James Harden, Joel Embiid, and Doc Rivers. I'm sorry, folks. I've seen enough. And I'm quite sure people in Philadelphia, 76ers fans, have seen enough with this team. So, what it comes down to, there has to be huge changes in Philadelphia. And before I talk about those changes, the 4 people that are getting the last laugh, Jimmy Butler is number 1 because it all comes back to Tobias Harris. Him or Tobias Harris. Philadelphia decided to go with Tobias Harris instead of keeping Jimmy Butler. Last year, remember what Jimmy Butler said in the conference semifinals, him eliminating the Philadelphia 76ers. Tobias Harris over me? And Jimmy Butler, in 4 years with the Miami Heat, 3 Eastern Conference Finals appearances, an NBA Finals appearance, and who knows, he may get the Heat to the finals as the 8th seed. So that's number 1. Number 2, Brett Brown. He's getting the last laugh because he was replaced by Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers, great head coach, Hall of Fame head coach, NBA champion, but at the same time has failed. He had Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid the first year. Failed. This is the same Doc Rivers who defended Ben Simmons until the series was over against Atlanta a couple of years ago. He said, I'm not sure, I don't know if we could win a championship with Ben Simmons as a point guard. Then he finally gets James Harden and still can't get them to the conference finals. Hasn't been to the conference finals since that lockout year in 2011, 2012. He hasn't. Then we got to look at Nikola Jokic. Yes, Nikola Jokic. I do not want to hear any more discussions, any more conversations about Joel Embiid as the best big man in the game. Nikola Jokic, if you've looked at his performance against the Phoenix Suns, he embarrassed the Phoenix Suns. He has played like a monster. He's played like a terror. He's proven he could do more with less. And we've seen it. We've seen it. He's now in his second appearance in the Western Conference Finals. There may be a chance that the Denver Nuggets could actually win it this year. Now that they got Jamal Murray back. Now they got Michael Porter Jr. back. And Jokic putting up monster numbers. Joel Embiid, deservedly so of the league MVP based on what he did in March and April. But still, 9 years, still hasn't gotten to the conference finals. And last but not least, Ben Simmons getting the last laugh. Because people thought, how would the Philadelphia 76ers be? Can you imagine if you put James Harden and Joel Embiid? James Harden, you put him with Joel Embiid. We know what James Harden can do as a passer, as a playmaker, and what threat he provides in the perimeter as opposed to Ben Simmons. And Philadelphia thought about trading him a long time ago. They thought about trading Ben Simmons because of his inability to shoot the basketball. And how awful he was in that series against Atlanta. And Ben Simmons is getting the last laugh. Because he's laughing. As awful as he was this season. Single digits in points, rebounds, and assists. Looking like his career's over. He's getting the last laugh. He's probably laughing right now after seeing the way the Philadelphia 76ers, not just that they lost to the Boston Celtics, but how they lost. Ben Simmons is right now in Brooklyn or somewhere partying, having a drink or two. He is enjoying this. Because he took a lot of heat and criticism, and rightfully so, for how the way he choked in that series against Atlanta. How last year he took the entire year off because of the bad back, the mental health. And this season, first time back since that series against Atlanta. Horrible season. And yet he's at home like the rest of us, laughing it up. He's laughing it up. So what it comes down, folks, is just that simple. Huge changes need to be made. Just like I said, Monty Williams of the Phoenix Suns has to go. Doc Rivers has to go. Because Doc Rivers, as great of a head coach as he is, and he is a great coach, I don't want to come across like he can't coach basketball. But Doc Rivers hasn't been to the conference finals since that lockout season back in 2011, 2012. James Harden is leaving Philadelphia. And I do believe he will go to Houston. Primarily because, he wants to reconnect with the Rockets organization. Rockets wouldn't mind having him to attract fans, entertain fans. They have a nice young squad with Jalen Green. Jabari Smith was playing well later down the stretch. They may have a chance to get the number 1 overall pick and draft, of course, Victor Wembanyama. Ime Udoka is the new head coach. And, of course, James Harden, he loves it there. Texas, a state with no income taxes. And we all know he loves them strip clubs. Let's not act like James Harden don't love that strip club life. Tobias Harris, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't trust him. Sorry, I don't trust them. I'ma still keep Joel Embiid because I gotta give something for Philadelphia 76ers fans to look forward to. And I hate to say this for Joel Embiid fans and Philadelphia 76ers fans. If Joel Embiid wants to win a championship elsewhere, he has to go somewhere else. I'm sorry. He has to go somewhere else, go collaborate with another star or superstar, and win there. I think Philadelphia 76ers have run its course. They've run its course. Joel Embiid is getting up there in age. He's 29 years old. And we all know throughout history with Joel Embiid, injuries. How much more do you have in Joel Embiid's prime? We don't know. This is a devastating, this is a humiliating day for Philadelphia. I mean, they had to deal with the Phillies. They dealt with the Eagles losing in the Super Bowl to the Kansas City Chiefs. And now this. This is devastating. And this was a great opportunity for the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 6 to get to the conference finals. First time since 2001, going back to Allen Iverson, the year when he took the Philadelphia 76ers to the finals, the year that he won the league MVP. First time since 2001. Game 6, they had a chance. And they choked. Jason Tatum stepped up in Game 6 in the fourth quarter. Now, he was awful the first 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter, 4 of 8, 16 points. Philadelphia 76ers has run its course, folks. Jay Hausman, could we see a Celtics-Lakers championship? Who knows? You could actually see a Celtics-Lakers championship. I wouldn't rule out that possibility. There's a chance. We seen what the Lakers did to the Nuggets a couple of years ago in the bubble, and we did actually see what the Celtics did to the Heat, and also in the bubble in 2020 when the Heat eliminated the Boston Celtics. Who knows? A little too premature. I'll probably make a prediction at some point in time, but what a hell of a I wouldn't rule out that possibility. Celtics Lakers. That'd be a heck of a series. You know, the Boston, LA, the rivalry, the matchup. They're tied for the most championships in NBA history. I think 17. So I wouldn't rule out that possibility. Great question, Jay Hausman. Appreciate you for asking me that question, and go check out his content. This has got to be a horrible day for Philadelphia 76ers fans. Horrible day. Horrible day. Horrible day. On Mother's Day. This is a day to... Whew. Man, Philadelphia. Boy. Y'all need prayer. Y'all need prayer. Y'all need and drinks as well. But I am not surprised that the Philadelphia 76ers lost this series to the Boston Celtics, because ain't no way in hell I'm trusting James Harden, Doc Rivers. As great as they are and they're Hall of Famers, no way I'm trusting them in the magnitude of this situation. This is an epic failure, and this is one of the reasons why, and as much as I love Giannis Antetokounmpo, but this is why I disagree with him when he said there's no failure in sports. In this situation, this is a failure. If the Sixers not advancing to the conference finals, if that's not failure, then what is? First time since 2000. And this was the best opportunity for the 76ers to get to the conference finals. Think of 2019 with Kawhi Leonard with the miracle shot in Game 7. Think about 2021 against the Atlanta Hawks when Ben Simmons wet the bed couldn't hit free throws, couldn't attempt a basket, passed up a layup or a dunk in the paint. And now this. This has got to be atrocious. So I'm sorry. This is failure. And if it ain't failure, then what is? This is failure of the highest order. Unbelievable. And Philly's had chance after chance after chance. They've run its course. This is failure. If this is not failure, then what is, folks? Please explain to me. If that ain't failure, explain or characterize the situation with the Philadelphia 76ers. Not advancing to the conference finals. Philadelphia, they got to move on from James Harden. Doc Rivers has to go, like I said. Just like Monty Williams has to go, Doc Rivers has to go. He has to go. He just has to go, folks. It's got to, I'm sorry. I don't wish anyone to be fired, especially on a day like a Sunday or a Mother's Day. But if this was the perfect day for terminations, I'm sorry. I'll discuss my predictions between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Lakers at some point in time, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. But I'm sorry, folks. This is an epic embarrassment on the part of the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't want to take anything away from the Boston Celtics because I did predict that they were going to win this series. I did predict that even though Jason Tatum had his struggles in the playoffs, but still, I just have more faith in them. I also want to give a lot of credit to Joe Mazzulla. You know, now, as much criticism as he's gotten for lack of adjustments or whatsoever, he's done a good job because he was the replacement for Ime Udoka. Okay, Ime Udoka, he put himself in that situation, and now he's the head coach with the Houston Rockets. Hopefully he does well, and I think Ime Udoka is a great addition for H-Town. But the Boston Celtics had no problem moving on from Ime Udoka and going forward with Joe Mazzulla. Kind of like how they moved on from Brad Stevens to Ime Udoka. And that's business, folks. That's just life. The moment you can find someone who can do just as good, if not a better job than the previous person, more times than not, or all the time, they're going to move on. They're going to move on. And Joe Mazzulla, you got to give him his due. You could say, well, he has 2 All-Stars in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford as well. But still, you got to give credit where credit is due. You just got to give it up. And man, folks, this has got to be, man, a sad day for Philadelphia. Boston's loving it right now. They're probably at the bar right now, drinking, yucking it up. Philadelphia fans, they are probably losing their shit. They're probably throwing trash or whatever. They're just losing it. And we all know how Philly fans are, folks. They are ruthless. So, I don't know. I mean, James Harden and Joel Embiid, 8 of 29 from the field combined? I don't know, folks. But those are my thoughts. Please leave your comments in the comment section below, folks. What do you make of the Philadelphia 76ers losing Game 7 to the Boston Celtics? What do you think of Jason Tatum's 51-point performance, breaking Steph Curry's record for the most points in a Game 7 in an NBA playoffs? Do you think Doc Rivers should be fired? Do you think James Harden needs to be departed? What changes or adjustments do the Philadelphia 76ers have to make? And do you think that the Boston Celtics could actually win the championship this season? Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Other than that, folks, it's your boy Sports PSP. Shit, I almost lost my fucking voice. But I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. To all the mothers out there, again, happy Mother's Day. Enjoy y'all day. Sorry for my profanity and my yelling. I'm just passionate than ever. I mean, this is what I love to do. I love breaking down sports. I mean, God gave me a tremendous gift to discuss and break down sports. And all I'm just doing is rewarding God by capitalizing what I have. So, folks, like I said, happy Mother's Day. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. And as usual, folks, God bless.